Vapes liquids contain nicotine, flavoring compounds, and other hazardous ingredients that you breathe in. They are toxic to the cells in your lungs. We don't know if vaping promotes lung cancer yet. The vapor from e-cigarettes does include chemicals known to cause cancer, but in smaller proportions than cigarettes. If you vape, the leading cause of lung cancer is in these 7 causes. Lung cancer is one of the most common types of cancer worldwide. It happens when the cells in your lungs mutate or change. The most common cause of these changes is when you breathe in toxic substances. Lung cancer can develop many years after you have inhaled the damaging fumes. A variety of things cause lung cancer. 1. Cigarette smoke. Smoking causes about 90% of lung cancer cases. It also has a link to more than a dozen other types of cancer. Cigarettes have about 250 harmful chemicals, and 69 of them cause cancer. It doesn't matter how much you smoke. Even 1 cigarette a day puts you at risk for lung cancer. It's not only a risk for the smoker. Second-hand smoke, or smoke you inhale from a lit cigarette or a smoker, is also known to cause this disease. People who don't smoke have a 20% to 30% higher risk for lung cancer if they're around second-hand smoke at work or home. Your risk for lung cancer goes down when you quit. Even if you get cancer, your chance of dying from it drops by 30% to 40% if you stop smoking. It helps your body heal faster and lessens your chance of cancer coming back. 2. Vapes. These are also called electronic cigarettes, or e-cigarettes. Vapes liquids contain nicotine, flavoring compounds, and other hazardous ingredients that you breathe in. They are toxic to the cells in your lungs. We don't know if vaping promotes lung cancer yet. The vapor from e-cigarettes does include chemicals known to cause cancer, but in smaller proportions than cigarettes. If you vape, you may develop a nicotine addiction or begin smoking cigarettes in the future. With a recognized, direct relationship between smoking and lung cancer, we've been hunting for an alternative to traditional cigarettes, and novel strategies to help tobacco users quit smoking, for decades. E-cigarettes have gained popularity, with the promise of being a healthier alternative for adult tobacco smokers. Although many felt that e-cigarettes could be the bridge to a smoke-free tomorrow, we now know that users may be trading bad for the worse. As it turns out, they can cause more harm than help, says Vikas Pathak, MD, a pulmonologist at Riverside Health System. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention documented 2.200 lung damage cases in the United States as of November 2019, resulting in 50 deaths. These lung disorders, while harmful and fatal, are not cancer. Because vaping is still in its early stages and the majority of users are young, it is still premature to draw a clear link between vaping and lung cancer. We do know that e-cigarettes contain 15 times the amount of formaldehyde present in regular cigarettes and that this carcinogen is linked to an elevated risk of lung, oral, and bladder cancer. 3. Marijuana. It is unclear whether smoking marijuana causes lung cancer in the same way as smoking cigarettes does. Marijuana smoke contains around 50% more benzopyrene and 75% more benzanthracene, as well as more phenols, vinyl chlorides, nitrosamines, and reactive oxygen species, than cigarette smoke. Marijuana smoking causes 4 times the tar deposition as cigarette smoking due to the way it is smoked, deeper inhale, held for longer. While a few small, uncontrolled studies have suggested that heavy, regular marijuana use may raise the incidence of respiratory cancers, well-designed population studies have found no higher risk of lung cancer related to marijuana use. One complication when comparing the lung health dangers of marijuana and tobacco is the very different uses of the two substances. While marijuana smokers inhale more and keep the smoke in their lungs longer than cigarette smokers, people who use cannabis may therefore smoke less than smokers. 4. Radon. You can't see, smell, or taste this gas. It's found in soil and rocks and gives off radiation. Radon enters homes, schools, and other buildings through small cracks in the foundation. It seeps into 1 in 15 homes in the US and causes about 21,000 lung cancer deaths each year. After cigarettes, it's the second biggest risk factor for lung cancer. It's easy and important to test your home for radon. Your neighbor may have a positive result and you may not. The only way to find out if you do is with a test. The kits are affordable, and you can order one online or from your local health department. What have scientists discovered about the link between radon and lung cancer? Radon causes lung cancer in humans, according to scientists. The current study has concentrated on determining the influence of home radon on the risk of lung cancer. In this research, scientists assess radon levels in the homes of persons with lung cancer and compare them to radon levels in the homes of people without lung cancer. Data from all radon studies completed in Canada and the United States were combined and examined by the researchers. Scientists were able to examine data from thousands of people by merging data from several investigations. This study found that people who were exposed to high levels of radon in their homes had a higher chance of developing lung cancer. This higher risk was commensurate with the degree of risk projected based on underground miner research. According to many studies conducted in the 1990s and early 2000s, techniques for measuring a person's radon exposure over time have gotten more exact. 5. Asbestos. This is a substance that's known to cause cancer in people who are around it. Asbestos is made up of minerals found in soil and rocks. It's used in buildings, homes, cars, and other products. When you work with asbestos, it breaks down into tiny fibers that you inhale. These fibers get stuck in your lungs. If you're around it for a long time, the asbestos builds up in your lungs. This makes it hard to breathe and can damage your health. Common cancer for people who work around asbestos is mesothelioma. It is a cancer of the chest and stomach. Asbestos is also linked to lung, larynx, and ovary cancers. 6. Particle pollution. This is a mix of tiny pieces of acids, chemicals, dust, and metals in the air. Each particle is much smaller than a grain of sand. They can get trapped in your lungs when you breathe them in. It's known to cause lung cancer. There are ways that you can lower your chances of lung cancer from particle pollution. 7. Statistics. Although lung cancer is caused by environmental and lifestyle factors, the disease can also be genetic. Certain lung cancer-related genetic variants run in families, while others do not. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, lung cancer will be the second most frequent cancer worldwide in 2020. It killed 1.8 million people this year, making it the leading cause of cancer death. Lung cancer can be caused by both genetic and environmental causes. Nonetheless, smoking remains the leading cause of lung cancer, accounting for 80 to 90% of cases. According to some specialists, a genetic predisposition to lung cancer accounts for about 8% of instances. Some of these genetic risk factors are inherited, which means they are passed down via generations. Some genetic alterations, but, are not inherited. Environmental influences, such as smoking and pollution, can cause a person's DNA to change. If someone in your family has had the disease, tell your doctor. This increases your chances of getting it. A gene passed down through families causes around 8% of lung malignancies. Is this considered the leading cause of lung cancer in the world? If that's the case, why do so many women who don't smoke get lung cancer? So, what about the environment? Please stay tuned for the next installment. Out of the above 7 causes, which do you think is the leading cause of lung cancer in the world? It is still a very big question because environmental factors in some countries are still very polluted. Funny sayings, refreshing spirit. 1. My hands make it all. If you have health, stones become rice. 2. Eat and sleep is a fairy. Don't eat, don't sleep, lose money, worry. 3. A smile equals 10 tonic scales. 4. There is no beauty as beautiful as the rolling of muscles. 5. Big belly heavy life cycle. 6. Health is gold. 7. Men hold their stomachs, women sigh. 8. Pepper, delicious rice. 9. Shoulders, muscle, bare feet, sweat oil. 10. Eat cannonballs. If you find the video interesting, please click like, share to let your friends know more about this great information. Subscribe to the channel, Limited Knowledge CC, and turn on the notification bell. If you have any questions, please leave a comment for the channel to answer with you. Our community is in the description, yeah. CC Community. Thank you very much audience.